Hello everybody, it's Ezra time again and welcome back to another reaction videos. And today I'm gonna be reacting to Godzilla King of the Monster pitch meeting. Um, I don't know why Ryan made this pitch meeting like a year after the movie got released. Well, a year and 2 months basically. I think it was released in May 2019, right? Now it's July. So basically when I was King of the Monster, I was actually expecting that Ryan to make a pitch meeting to this movie because I wish that he would because he made one with Kong, I think, Kong Skull Island. If you guys remember that. And yeah, Godzilla versus Kong. Do you guys really excited for seeing that? I definitely excited for 2021, obviously. And yeah, we just have to wait and see. Is it gonna be a good movie or is it gonna be a bad movie? We'll see. But anyway, this is the Godzilla King of the Monster pitch meeting by once again Ryan George here. And again, I'm just gonna wait and see what he's going to criticize about the movie, I guess, a little bit. And to me, this is a fun movie in general, so I think it was okay. It's not that bad. So, without further ado, let's just direct to the pitch meeting, shall we?
So, you have a
Oh, sorry.
Godzilla sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. Now, one of the complaints of the last movie was that there wasn't enough monster stuff. Are we gonna change that
Yeah.
this time around? You know it, sir. There's gonna be a ton of monster stuff in this one. I love it. A lot of it obscured, mind you. What? Well, we're gonna have all the fights take place with a whole bunch of stuff going on, like blizzards and storms and smoke, usually taking place at night, sometimes in the ocean. Okay. It's still gonna look really cool, though. Okay, good. When we're not cutting away to humans reacting, mind you. What do you mean? Well, whenever cool monster fighting is going on, we're just gonna cut away to humans a lot, going like, oh, well, that expression is just as fun to look at as monster fights, so cut away, my friend. Let's look at reactions instead of the action, for sure. Great. So what actually happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna meet the Russell family, and their kid Andrew was killed a couple years ago when Godzilla popped out. Oh, wow, a very squished son. And so the father, Mark, became an
Squished son,
alcoholic,
okay.
and now he looks at wolves for a living, and he lives in a cabin that I saw Robert Downey Jr. hanging around for some reason. Very cool. And his wife, Emma, works for Monarch and lives with their daughter, Madison. And Emma has this thing called an orca. So Mark listens to wolves and she listens to killer whales. No, the orca is actually a little device that lets you attract or alter Titan behavior through bioacoustics. Oh, those are science words. Yeah, so they're checking on this big larva called Mothra, and Mothra starts freaking out and killing people. Oh, that larva is pissed. So Emma uses the orca to control Mothra, and her daughter helps out too. Wow. But then some eco-terrorists burst in and shoot all the scientists there and take Emma and Madison with them. Oh, murder and kidnapping are both illegal. They are, but later we're gonna find out on a Skype call that Emma's actually working with the eco-terrorists. She planned the whole thing. So she had armed men burst into the room where her daughter was supposed to be and just start shooting? That's right.
Yeah,
She's not very,
pretty much.
she's actually the worst. So what's her plan exactly? Well, she wants to release all the Titans around the world and restore natural balance because she thinks that the humans are like Earth's infection. She wants millions and millions of people to be killed by monsters. She does, and she even has a
Yeah,
little video
technically.
presentation ready. She has some cool footage to show everybody. It's a very professional presentation. What? When did she prepare a presentation? Oh, well, there are actually a ton of presentations in this movie, so whenever a character's not on screen, you could kind of assume they're off working on a slideshow. Well, okay then. So anyway,
Yeah,
the good guys at
convenient.
Monarch, they recruit this guy Mark because he actually helped build the orca. Okay, and what kind of characters are we talking? Well, most of them are like if you built a robot that says exposition and occasionally fires a gun. I like the sound of that. But one of them is going to be Snarky Countdown Guy. And what does he do? Well, sometimes he's snarky, but mostly he just tells everyone how much time is remaining till things happen. That is helpful. Yeah, and he's pretty funny too. At a certain point, someone's like, oh my god, and he's like, Zilla. Godzilla? That's the name of the monster. It sure is, sir. Oh, I love comedy. Is there any other funny stuff? Absolutely. At a certain point, one character is going to say that this monster named Ghidorah kind of sounds like gonorrhea. That's the name of a sex thing. It is.
Yeah.
Wow. So anyway, these good
Which
guys,
is
they
not
have
really
to
add
stop
up,
the
to be honest.
eco-terrorists because they're going from Monarch base to Monarch base and releasing monsters. And none of the bases beef up security after the first terrorist attack? Apparently not. Oh well. So they go and release this big three-headed monster named Ghidorah in Antarctica. Oh, the one we're gonna make an STI joke about. And then they're gonna let a fire monster named Rodan out of a Mexican volcano. Volcanoes are hot sometimes. They are, and so then the
Sometimes.
good guys are gonna try to lure Rodan out into the ocean towards Ghidorah, and a bunch of them die, like one jet pilot ejects directly into the monster's mouth. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. So then what happens? Well, then
Whoopsie.
Godzilla shows up too, because he just suddenly keeps popping out all the time. The good guys can't track him or anything? Well, yeah, they can sometimes, but not when I want him to suddenly pop out. Okay, gotcha. And how does he he travel around the world so fast? Well, there's like a big network of underground tunnels, and he uses them like wormholes. Oh, secret monster holes are tight. Oh, I don't like how that sounded at all.
Nope.
I don't like how that
Nope.
sounded either, and I apologize. Please don't tell HR. I don't know anyone named
Yeah, I'll tell him
HR.
right
Is
now.
that your son? Yes. Anyway, so then this
Oh,
army guy
well.
tells them that they have a new weapon called the Oxygen Destroyer on the way. Okay. And this thing kills
Oxygen
Godzilla,
Destroyer.
so people in the audience are going to be like, wow, Godzilla's dead. That's crazy. Godzilla dies halfway through the movie? I feel like no one's going to believe that that's permanent. Well, it's going to happen anyway. Well, okay then. So then Emma kind of realizes that her plan to kill millions of people is actually going to get millions of people killed. Oh, she pieces that together, huh? Yeah, she figured it out. So she gets into an argument with eco-terrorist guy in Madison. She hears the whole thing. How does she do that? Well, it's broadcast through the entire base over a speaker system for some reason. Oh, that's a thing that makes sense. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Madison is going to have to take the Orca to Fenway Park in Boston and broadcast a signal and save the day. Isn't it going to be tough for her to get the Orca with the terrorists around? Actually, it's going to be super
Super
easy.
easy.
Barely
Barely
an
inconvenience.
inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because they
Yep.
leave her unsupervised, and also they leave the Orca unsupervised. Well, great. And meanwhile, the good guys, they realize that if they nuke Godzilla, they can bring him back to life. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so this doctor who's like a Godzilla specialist, he volunteers to bring the nuke himself. Feels like maybe they should keep the guy who's a Godzilla expert around and maybe send a low-level soldier to do that. Well, they're gonna send the Godzilla expert, so he blows up a nuke and dies. Fair enough. So then there's gonna be a big old fight in Boston between Godzilla and Ghidorah, and the fire monster Rodan is gonna be there, and so is Mothra. Oh, Mothra. Yeah, so Mothra
Yep.
dies. Oh, Mothra. Yeah, apparently it's tradition. If you have Mothra show up in a movie, you gotta kill Mothra.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
true.
realize it was tradition. And then
Which is
thanks
really
to
suck.
Mothra's sacrifice and the nuke, Godzilla gets super powerful and he makes this big explosion. Very cool. Also, Emma sacrifices herself. What? Why? Well, she gets in a car and drives further away so people can escape. I mean, it sounds like a huge blast, right? Is a couple of blocks really gonna make any difference? Probably not, but this way she gets a big redemption moment. Well, she's responsible for an insane amount of death and destruction in this whole entire thing. I'm not sure this is super redeeming. Right, well, it's gonna happen anyway, so I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about it. Oh, okay, yeah, let me get off of that thing. So then a bunch of other monsters show up and they all kind of bow to Godzilla because he's the king of the monsters. Oh, I actually just had an idea for the title. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Godzilla, the big old lizard. That's not good. I'll figure something else out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like there are more big monster fights, so this will be our most successful monster movie yet.
Yikes. Yeah, the box office was
Hey guys,
not
it's
that
Ryan
well,
here. Hope you
to be
enjoyed that
honest.
pitch meeting. We have a ton of these on the channel that you can check out. You could also leave me a comment down below letting me know what other movies you'd like to see pitches for. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share on Facebook and Twitter, spread it around. And as always, check back soon for a new pitch. Bye-bye.
So that was Godzilla pitch meeting, guys. So yeah, it was like I think the movie was fun in general. I don't think it's really that bad, even though yes, I do acknowledge the problem. Like the Ryan mentions here, or I guess the writer, the writer Ryan actually mentioned that. Well, you know, like when there is a big monster fighting, we're just gonna cut to a human reaction the whole time. And I was like, when I first watched that, I was like, oh my god, why is this happening so often? It's like it really annoys me because I want to see the whole fight scene. I'm pretty sure we all want to see the whole fight scene instead of just like seeing the human reaction of it, because human reaction is pretty boring to be honest. And this is coming from human, yes. Let's be real. If you actually see a monster movie, you want to see the monster fight. You don't want to see the human reaction to the monster. Sometimes yes, you could record their reaction because it will be like whoa, cool, or like whoa, terrifying, or whoa, beautiful for mantra, I guess. I guess for mantra it does work because mantra is just so beautiful in King of the Monster. I mean, I guess she's the queen of the monster, and yeah. Also the tradition about killing mantra there. I kind of wish that mantra didn't die in this movie, but then again, I watched the previous Godzilla movie featuring mantra, and mantra always die. And I kind of hope that for once that they let mantra alive, you know, just once. Seriously, just one. Let her survive. Like she deserves to survive at least, you know, instead of just getting killed the whole time, every single time he has a movie debut or something, or every time she's on screen, she always die. Like, come on, let her survive, you know, for once, please. And I don't know if Mantra gonna come back in Godzilla versus Kong. I'm assuming he is. I really hope the Mantra does come back in Godzilla versus Kong. And again, I don't know who to support in Godzilla versus Kong. I guess Godzilla. I guess I'm Team Godzilla instead of Kong. Even though Kong is a nice, I see both of them is a nice monster, basically, or it's a nice titan, basically, because or I guess you could say Godzilla is pretty neutral. Like he doesn't really care about humans, but Kong on the other side, you can really see that he really cares about human. If you, I'm talking about Kong Skull Island here, not the Peter Jackson Kong. Peter Jackson Kong, it was a cool story, but Kong Skull Island is part of this monster verse, and I thought it was fine. That movie was fine. And also this movie was fine. I think they were fun. I definitely enjoy when I'm watching it, but I do acknowledge the problem. The characters in this movie was like, sure, they're probably fun and all that kind of stuff, but I like to argue that the first Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2014, I think the characters has a lot more depth instead of these characters right here in King of the Monster. Like in King of the Monster, there is just so many characters and so many, again, so many Titan. But then again, I'm not complaining about the Titan. I think the Titan was cool, but I guess the characters, the human characters, I think the first movie does it so well, and Godzilla 2014 does it better, in my opinion, instead of this movie. Because in the first movie of Godzilla 2014, I was like, I can feel that he, because he, like, the main character in Godzilla 2014 was named Brody, right? And then Brody's trying to return his family in San Francisco, and I was actually rooting for him, like, yeah, return to your family. And then at the end, when they united, then I was like, whoa, I feel happy for them. In this one, when I guess when Madison and Mark and Emma, the family hug, I guess I was like, oh, that's nice. But it's not really not that well written in my opinion. Some people might say that it was really fun. I mean, sure, this movie is probably a lot more fun compared to the first Godzilla movie, because the first Godzilla movie is very serious, it's very dark, and the sound design is basically amazing in the first one. In this one, it was just fine. And it's more about like obviously a monster movie where monster fighting the whole time. And if I had to choose, then I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I'm still gonna choose King of the Monster, mainly because there is King Ghidorah, there is Rodan, there is Mantra, which is the classic Toho kaiju there, or Titan. Then I was like, well, I'm gonna have to choose this movie, even though the character is probably well written in the first movie, but in this one, it's more like a lore building character. It's more like a building. The character is more like building the story in this movie. And again, I'm not complaining about that. I thought it was fine. And yeah, I think that's it for Godzilla King of the Monster. I actually rated 7.5, I think. Pretty much the same as the first one, if you ask me. I know. I kind of wish that Godzilla versus Kong can step up their game, can actually, um, make the Monster Verse better, I guess. And I don't know the future plan for Monster Verse after Godzilla versus Kong, because I heard that one of them is gonna lose in this in Godzilla versus Kong. Well, either Godzilla or Kong is gonna lose, and I don't know who to support, to be honest. I kind of want to support Godzilla, but at the same time, Kong is nice. If you watch Kong's Island, you know what I mean. But we'll see what happens in that movie. And I really hope that the movie does better than this movie right here. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video, guys. That's Godzilla King of the Monster Peace Meeting. Again, what do you guys think about Godzilla King of the Monster? Do you think it's a good movie? Do you think it's a fun movie? Or do you think it's a bad movie and you prefer the first Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2014? Let me know in the comments below. I am curious to hear your thoughts about that. And yeah, and if you guys want to watch the original video, then I will leave a link in the description below. As always, make sure you guys check Screenman channel, subscribe to them, and make sure you guys check Ryan George channel. Subscribe to him, show him some support, because again, this guy's been creative, he's been entertaining the whole time with this pitch meeting. And I really enjoy this because it's super easy, barely inconvenience. And yeah, super easy, barely inconvenience. He's just so goddamn like quotable. Like, I think many people actually quote that, and I was like, well, yeah, it's super catchy, I guess. Yeah, a little bit. And I'm really glad that he kind of put that in every pitch meeting. It was really, I don't know why. Every single time he said that, I always repeat that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already noticed that if you watch all of my pitch meeting. I don't know. I guess it become like addicting, I guess. So, yikes. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's not that bad. Definitely enjoy that. But yeah, once again, check Ryan George channel, subscribe to him, show him some support as always. And if you guys enjoy my reaction video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video to your friends or family, the usual. And yeah, and again, and if you decide to subscribe to my channel, then don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys can get notified when I'm gonna upload the next video. And yeah, again, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.